Welcome to Mad Props. I am your host, Chris Schnabel, and today we have YouTuber History Helms joining us. He's going to talk about the creation of his channel, why he picks the subjects he does, just overall being a YouTuber. We also talk about music, like Kanye West and movies and all this other stuff. It was a really great conversation. You're not going to want to miss a second of it. Before we get started, I want to send my thoughts and prayers to Spokane, Washington. Spokane is in a state of emergency right now, a level 3 evacuation because of wildfires that have been spreading across the entire Spokane County. And for those of you that may not know or you're new to this show actually started when I was in Spokane. I was out there for Gonzaga, and that's when we started Mad Props as a different show. It was the same show with a different title, but it started in my time out there back in 2020. And Spokane was kind of like a second home to me. It's where I really changed my life. Like there's the pre-Spokane Chris and the post-Spokane Chris. Well, I guess the @/post-Spokane Chris. And they're two different people. The one before was 450 pounds, didn't know what they were doing with their life. I actually started coaching baseball. I had no direction. Where the post-Spokane Chris lost 250 pounds and, has a track in life now, has a career, has this podcast. This podcast is not my career, for those of you wondering, but I do have a career outside of this. But it all started with Spokane, and Spokane really did become a second home. I only spent 3 years there, but I would have felt like I spent my whole life there. I have a lot of places that really hold a lot of sentimental value that I am going on the news and seeing are up in flames and burning to the ground. And some places that were very important to me may not be there tomorrow. They may not be there now as we speak because the entire place is burning right now, and they're trying to contain the fire. And hopefully by the time you hear this, it has been contained, but it's windy and dry. And those are not a good combination for something like this. So I needed to take a moment of this podcast to really send my thoughts and prayers, and hope everybody that's listening right now sends their thoughts and prayers to Spokane, Washington. It's not just a place that's under a state of emergency. It's one of my homes that's under a state of emergency. So it's very emotional for me. I saw pictures of a place that Mary and I used to frequent a lot, up in flames, and knowing we're never going to be able to go back there and see it the way we did when we first were there. Just thinking about it now actually makes me kind of emotional, just to think that we're never going to be able to see that the same way, because it's going to take a long time to grow back and become what it once was. And outside of just me, there's thousands of people that had to be evacuated, thousands of people whose lives tomorrow are going to be changed. They're not going to have a house to return to. They had to leave their home and go somewhere else because there's a fire taking out everything they know and everything they love. So if you have anything, I was looking into places to donate to the Spokane Fire Foundation. Those guys and gals are on the front line. They're going to do their best to get this thing under control and get this thing extinguished. It's not going to be an overnight thing. We all remember what happened in California a couple of years ago. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but your help will help them in their fight against all of this madness that's going on out there. So I put the link in the bio. Go ahead and click if you got anything to do. Go ahead and send it their way, because they're going to need it. I pray for Spokane, and I hope everyone I know is safe. I've reached out to some people. I hope everybody I know is safe and evacuated and doing well. Sorry to start on a somber moment. I promise it picks up from here. We're going to get to History Helms. Let's get it going right now. Dalen Helms of History Helms on YouTube joins the show. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks for having me, man. It's kind of a crazy concept. People sit around and talk, and other people click and voluntarily choose to watch. It's really wild. I'm thankful that you invited me on the show. It's really cool.
When I started this type of medium, it was just people sat there and listened. then it became
Mm.
people sit there and watch, and it's like, all right, now I have to actually make a production out of this. But it's fun because then I get
Yeah.
to see your face, and then everybody else gets to see your face. It's not just a phone call like it used to be. So I was going to tell you off air, but we decided to keep it for on air. So I am a huge
Mm.
YouTube person. Like I get all my everything from YouTube. I watch it more than any streaming service and stuff like that. And I came across your video of there was two of them. I think the one I first saw though was the logos, how all logos look the same.
Yeah. Mm.
And I watched that, and then I watched about 50 more because you're everything you do is so well put together and so well produced that I was hooked to all the videos. As I run before every one of these. It's like a ritual of mine, right? Before I get on here, I do
Yeah.
a run. I do all my pre. It's almost like you were an athlete. You got your stuff you got to do to
Yeah.
to get going.
It's the original,
And I
man. You get
listened.
locked in. Yeah.
You gotta get locked in. You gotta get locked in. So hopefully I'm there. But I was listening to while I was running, I was listening to two of them. I listened to the Johnny Appleseed one, which I think is your newest one out of time of
I
recording.
have
And
I have one more that just put
let,
out Friday. I upload every Friday where like I did like the violent drunken history of American elections, why were elections so crazy, something in that vein. But yeah, that's the most recent one.
I don't think it was that one. No, it was the one about the Revolutionary War that you weren't taught in history books. That was the one. I got halfway
Yeah.
through it before my run ended, and I had to rinse off before I had to go here because I didn't want to be late for you to actually talk about the channel. I was so busy listening to the channel, I almost missed the interview to talk about the channel.
So I'm
But
here
it's
now.
just
You
so well
found me.
produced and stuff. Yes, you're here now, and I found you. And this is the first interview you've been on. This is what you told me off air, and
Yeah,
I was actually kind of shocked by
it's
that.
crazy. It's crazy.
It,
Like I
it,
really like most of my emails are like people trying to like do collabs, usually like an AI chat bot or like some type of like niche product or like toothpaste. It's like, hey, do you want to meet with us for a collaboration or something? It's just like not my brand. It's not for my
uh,
audience. But I saw that
yes.
you had reached out and I was like, oh, mad props. It's like, this is an interesting podcast, you say. And I went and clicked. And I was like, well, this is actually real because most of them are bots. And I was like, this is kind of crazy. Like someone else, like with an established platform, it looks good. It's consistent. It's clean. It's successful. They reached out and they want me to be on the show. This is game changing because, the thing is like everything was practically flatlined up until April of this year. I've been at this for about 2 years, now just over 2 years. I really didn't see any substantial or sustained success. But April hit and things have been, we're off to the races now. It's wild. It is.
And we can end it there with all the nice stuff you said about Mad Props. That's perfect. Thanks for having. No, it's funny because we were in the same boat there. Mad Props was put on YouTube. We had a little bit of success through the streamers, but YouTube was like kind of the way we went. I know YouTube pretty well, and we would get some episodes would do okay, and some would do nothing at all. And then like January of last year, we had 3 straight episodes go 15K plus. And we saw the
Yeah.
subscribers start to, and ever since then, we got to like 10,000 subscribers at that point. And since then, it's just been a steady rise up and up and up ever since. And it's just like, it's crazy to see once you kind of hit, it just continues to go.
Yeah, the people will say like it took me 4 years to get 1,000 subscribers. It took me 6 months to get to 10,000. It's like, whoa, like when is that going to happen? And it's happened. It's kind of wacky. And going to like the production of it all. Like there's so much behind the scenes that people don't really predict or expect. People will see like your biggest videos because they're your biggest videos. And like they'll see the 20K, the 50K, but you can upload and get 100,000 views and the next video can legit get like 8,000, 500.
Yeah.
It's really up and down. The algorithm giveth and it taketh away. But as long as you're consistent.
Yeah, that's the big one is consistency. I think the reason that even this podcast you're on now is like starting to rise even more is because I really hammer down consistency. Like every Monday we drop an episode. Hopefully we have a guest. If we don't, we have to figure it out because every Monday an episode has to come out. And we've seen the rise and the different stuff that comes with it. So exactly what you're saying, just staying consistent. So this is your first interview. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about how this page got started?
Yeah, so I'm History Helms or Dalen. That's my real name, but History Helms is cool. I'm 26 years old. I just turned 26 July 4th. I
Congratulations.
started this
Happy
channel. Oh,
birthday.
thank you. Very a patriotic birthday. It's very relevant, isn't it? Um, so I started teaching in 2023, and so at that point I had a bachelor's degree and I was working on a master's degree in education, bachelor's degree in history, master's in education, and so I was like, I could do some more, right? Because whenever the kids are not in school, I'm also not in school. So it's a lot of free time just to bounce around with. And that's like, some wasted potential going on here. I don't want to gather all this information just to, blend it down and follow a lesson plan and give it to my students. I can do a little bit more with this, right? And so I was like, well, it feels bad when I put my head on my pillow and I know there's like at least 3 hours of good faith, honest work I could have done building something outside of just my normal day job. And so I was like, okay, we'll start a YouTube channel. About what? It's like, well, I like history, so here we are. And so I got the posting and, I taught myself Premiere Pro. And the first like 8 videos I made just kind of sucked. I mean, that's how that goes, right? Not going to be good at it the first time. Um, and then I improved little by little, learned some new tricks. And I tried pretty much every avenue to try to make my videos successful. And most of them failed, but I eventually narrowed it down. For example, I was like, okay, if my retention is a little bit better, if my script's a little bit, snappier, then I'll blow up my views. And that helped, but it didn't blow up my views. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I can make some cooler edits. And I was like, okay, I got some cooler edits. I'm still getting no views. And I was like, oh, it's the thumbnail. It's all so much of this is a marketing thing. It has people are scrolling there. They have so many options to choose from. We have to make sure they stop the scroll and see your video and click on your video. So I was like, okay, we'll get some good thumbnails. So for like 6 months, I was paying this guy on Fiverr to make my thumbnails, like $10 per thumbnail. And I mean, surprise, surprise, didn't get views. So I was like, okay, I'm just spending money and wasting time to get no views. I might as well just do it all myself. And so started making my own thumbnails and I kind of stripped everything down through the whole process. My intros got snappier. I delivered the value up front more quickly. People tend to like that. I started making my own thumbnails and made them really kind of bare bones because I'm not going to make a Mr. Beast thumbnail. I'm not going to make, this immaculate, beautiful YouTube documentary type thumbnail, but I can still stand out. And that's the key part, not just looking good for the thumbnail, but standing out in the crowd. And so I started making these very simplified thumbnails that deliver the message very quickly and very conveniently when a person's scrolling, and supplemented that with short, snappy titles. And then I started seeing a little growth. And here we are now. Some way, somehow, I hit the right buttons, and I found the right ideas, and here we are. Chris has invited me to talk with him on the internet now, which is just a crazy concept.
Yeah.
I can't get my head around that.
Which talking on the internet with somebody is like the highest praise you can get now. Talking on the internet or joining a podcast. You basically are on Fallon at this point. So you have a deep interested root in college football as well, and that's kind of where that's where it caught me. I usually don't have a lot. It's so funny because my YouTube algorithm's all over the place because you watch one video and then 700 videos about that same thing pops up, and you're like, I just wanted to know this one thing. I recently read the book that the show Dexter is based on, Darkly Dreaming Dexter, and I watched one video about the comparison of the TV show to the book, and I'm telling you, every short, every video, everything I see on YouTube now is about Dexter.
Yeah, and that's how it goes. The algorithm's like, yeah, you like this.
Yeah, you like Dexter. Here's 1,000 things to Dexter. I've only had this account for 10 years. Now I do one thing, and that's my whole personality. The thing I took out of it is I can't believe, Dexter ended, the original run of Dexter ended like almost 10 years ago. I can't believe how many YouTube channels still post weekly.
Yeah.
And about just Dexter. Like the show is over and people are still, their whole brand is, it shocked me. But yeah, the algorithm, you do one thing. So I must have watched something college football. I believe actually your video came up around the time that NCAA, the video game, was having the paywall stuff, and I probably watched like a Not the Expert video about it, and then if you like college football, here's this.
Yeah, shout out those guys, Bordeaux, Eric Wayweather, and then it's just like me sitting off to the side. It's like, why does everyone have the same mask on? It's like, I never thought of that. Let's watch it. Beautiful stuff, really. There's that whole movement, college football, pay don't play, don't pay. That was huge. That was crazy. I was actually just playing the game last night.
I haven't gotten it yet because my day job. It's hard for me to justify buying a $80 game when I can't sit
Yeah.
down and play it for more than an hour a week. It's like, is it really
Yeah.
the return on
It's
investment isn't
painful.
quite there.
So it was kind of it was my birthday gift to myself. I was like, okay, it's summertime. I can do this. It's like the thing is, I feel bad if I give too much time to just fun. I don't feel like I'm like progressing towards something, whether it be finishing a show, usually putting out content or something like that. I was like, this can be fun. So I'll give myself like my one thing I can kind of like waste time with. And I mean, you can waste some time with this game, man. You really can. It's it's destructive.
Yeah.
It's really fun though.
I understand that because when I play a video game, I'm either there for 45 minutes or 45 hours. Like I'm not, there's no in
Yeah.
between. There's no like 2 hours of play. I'm like, all right, I'm satisfied now. It's either I
Yeah.
get there, I'm like, yep, couldn't get into it today. Or I'm there and it's like now 4 in the morning and I'm like, oh, damn, I got to leave for work in a couple hours. This ain't good.
Yeah.
But there's really, I'm that same way though. Like I don't, I just got off a podcast saying this. I don't go to the movie theater unless I love a movie because
Yeah.
I can't sit still. I can't sit. I just told you I went for a
Yeah.
run before this podcast. I can't sit still. I can't just do that. I can't just watch something. I have to be having something going on in the background. I work on my podcast, or I'm doing real work, or I'm working out, or I'm going to play basketball. Like there has to be something else
Yeah.
going on. I can't just sit there. So that's another reason why I can't get into NCAA.
I can't like focus on and while I'm working. So it's just like it just feels nice. I'm like, okay, I gotta have something. I'll be watching a show on this monitor. I'll be like playing a Hearthstone or something, just doing anything on the other monitor. Like I need I need like to go outside and like reset or something, man. It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
That is why I started to read, as silly as that sounds, because that sounds ridiculous to say. Like I started to read
Yeah.
for this, but I started to pick up the book because you might have music playing in it, but it's like no lyrics, background type stuff, the same thing you'd have at a coffee shop or a
Right.
restaurant. Like you might have that going, but overall, like I'll just sit out on the back porch unless it's the afternoon, I'll sit inside because it's brutally hot here right now, and I'll just
Mm.
read and kind of get immersed into that and trying to like reset myself of being on TikTok or on Instagram, especially and you understand being a creator, like I don't want to be a social media person, but you have to do the social media
Yeah.
or no one's going to
You
see your
do.
stuff. Like if you're not promoting yourself, you'll never get any views or anything like that, unfortunately. So I have enough of it when I do that stuff. Like the 20 minutes a day I have posting, I'm good. I want to go do something else. So I started reading a bunch of different books, and I think so far I've gotten through about 12 to 15 books in 2026, which is good because it's coming from zero.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I need to get back into reading. I'll like start and then like I might finish a book and then I'll just drift off. Like I'll find the perfect setting. Like I was at the lake a few weeks ago. So this is a perfect time to read a book. And so I started reading this World War II book, this huge thing. I don't know if you can see it, but it's back on my bookshelf. It's like 980 pages. I was like, okay, let's just read, just sit and read, not even with the goal of finishing, just read. And it was nice. But then I got back here and it was like screen, screen, screen.
Screen,
So,
screen,
it's
screen,
a
screen.
it's
Yeah.
it's a problem, but, I do
I
like watching I give my time to a movie if I know I'll enjoy it. It's my attention span is just like it's just cooked, which is,
yeah.
advantageous at times, but sometimes it's not. Um, Actually, have you seen Obsession? Have you seen the new movie Obsession?
I haven't seen Obsession. I have not.
It's incredible. It's really great. I was trying to get Mrs. History Helms before I actually came on. I was trying to get Mrs. History Helms to go see Obsession with me today. I'd already watched it, but I want to see it again because it was that good. And right now I'm trying to talk her into it to watch it because it's a scary movie. So right now it's down
Mhm.
to Toy Story 5 or Obsession. I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping we can.
It's either really far to one end or really far to the other end.
Yeah, we're
There's no in
operating on the
between
two
movie here.
extremes. So I'm really hoping I can, really sell her. I'm like,
Yes.
no, it's not a horror movie. It's a psychological thriller. We'll give her that
Yeah,
nonsense, and
that's what they
maybe,
do.
just maybe.
You
No, it is
manipulate the
really good. You
wording
should
just
see it.
like just like a psychological thriller. It's manipulating, right?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it's a
and I'll
psychological
tell her
thriller.
like,
There's no horror at
if this
all.
were a book, it'd be your favorite book. She's like, oh, really? It's like it's genius. You gotta like, you would love this if this were written down somewhere. Oh, you'd love it. Yeah, it's games.
Yeah,
It's games.
yeah,
There
yeah,
actually, I
yeah. I see where you're
watched
going.
you did an episode not long ago I want to say it was like a couple weeks ago. He had a new co-host. I can't remember his name. He had on Odell Beckham jersey, I believe.
Chandler Williams.
What's his name? Chandler Williams
Chandler
on.
Williams, where
And
we
I was watching
defended the
like
worst takes on the internet.
yeah. I was just sitting there watching. I was like,
People loved
up.
us on social
So-
for that, by the way. They loved us
So
for doing that.
No, that was a banger. That was a banger. I was sitting there like giggling to myself. I was trying to like get set up and I was like giggling. I was like, I need to focus, I need to pause it. And I was just like sitting there watching it. So he talked about the movie Get Out. So he I don't know exactly what the I think it was movie theater popcorn. It's like it should be $20
Yeah,
or something like that.
we had a couple of movie theater ones. There was movie theater popcorn, and I can't remember. I think it was like price of going to movies or something like that as well. But yes, continue.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie theater popcorn, you pay a lot for it, but it's kind of an exclusive thing. I can't do that at home. It won't work the same. But I wanted to see actually I did go see Get Out when it came out. And I was trying to get my wife to see it as well but it's a scary movie, right? But I went to see it with my dad instead. And I kind of pieced it together. So she's a white woman. So I went to meet her family. We live in the South. I went to meet her family after seeing this movie. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but it's very relevant.
Yes, I have.
Her family was like it was like they were like scary happy to see me. Like when I met them for the first time, like scary happy to see me. Like it terrified me. I was like, there's something going on here, man. And so when Chandler said that, I was like, okay, I'm glad he's seeing what I'm seeing. And so it's been a while now, and they haven't snatched me up and put a grandpa inside of me. So I'm pretty pleased.
Yes.
Things are well. But no, man, I like watching your content. It's really entertaining.
He said, "Thank you." He said, "I'm not snatched up, so things are going well."
I've made it this
and
far.
I remember,
man. I don't know.
I
Just
remember
never say
what it
something
was.
happen.
It wasn't the popcorn. He said that he went to go see Get Out with his now wife, and they went, and the person sitting next to them pulled out a cake and a burrito. That's what it was.
Oh,
he was
no.
like,
oh no. Oh, a cake and a burrito at the theater. Like you're allowed to have a few things at the theater. Cake is I don't know what you're doing. Even the hot dogs they'll sell sometimes.
Cake is crazy.
Cake is insane.
Cake is crazy. Hot dogs I could see. A burrito I could still see. A cake is wild. That is a wild pull at a movie theater. And to have the confidence.
Was it like the
No, he said it was a full single layer cake.
Full cake.
No, a full single layer cake. A single layer cake. Like I can't remember what the Debbie's and stuff. Like you get the cake. No. It was one of those. The confidence you have to get to a movie theater and pull a cake out. Also, where's the cake? Where did you put the cake that you snuck it in?
You sneak that into the movie theater. Like what are you doing? Like they're gonna see that when you walk in. It's like, sir, is that a cake?
Is that a cake you're bringing in? It's also like, I think I said on there, like, it's sad. It's sad because that person, like, they had a cake. They're like, happy birthday to me. And like ate the cake as they watched the movie. It's like, maybe it was a really sad moment.
Staring at you, like turn their flashlights on. The guy eating the cake was wrong.
That is a wild thing. Well, I appreciate the you that you listen and the stuff you've listened to and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm like shedding tears, Chris.
Yeah, I was a part of the podcast. I'm shedding tears thinking of I was part of it. I edited it, and now I'm talking about it. And every single time I shed tears thinking of that story because that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
You like going in and editing. I appreciate you hear that part again.
Yeah, you're just like,
sure. I appreciate you watching my content, man.
It's funny because that's like one of those things you're like, that has to be a clip, right? But how do I frame this?
Yeah.
Like, how do I make this a clip where people actually stay here? Because you have to stay to the end to actually get it. Like, you can't just like watch the first 3 seconds and get it. Like, you have to stay to the end of the clip. So I don't even know if we made that a clip. We did make the beginning a clip, the Ava Bunn one of it, because he called her Ava Braun, which you know who that is. And two completely different people. Completely different people at the end
Ava
of it.
Bunn.
But yeah, that one got us some feedback because when we put the clips out, we didn't, we put in the description, we're defending the worst takes on the internet, but who reads? Like we just talked about, even a description, nobody reads anymore.
Yeah.
So they're like, I can't believe you would defend this. And it's like, no, do you not see we are tasked to defend the worst takes? But whatever.
No, they see what they want to see,
That
and they're
is what
like,
it
you know
is.
what, I'm ready, and they just get the type, and this is kind of crazy. They get like, I always feel like people should ask questions first, like before I let myself like this is stupid. I ask questions. Okay, is this something that I know about? Do I understand this? What's the context here before I unleash on it? But some people, I mean, they get there and they're crazy.
Yeah, it's you're comparing somebody that like you read history books and you try to make yourself more intelligent each day to somebody that sees a video and is like, I hate that, got to make them known there. So there's some guys that I know, Danny Kelly and Danny Heifetz. They do the Ringer fantasy football show, and one thing I love that they say
Mm.
constantly when they say something that they know is going to be wrong is people are yelling at ghosts. It's become one of the things I say on my podcast too, because you say something or you put out a post like that and they're just yelling at
Yeah.
ghosts. They're like, how could you say something like that? It's just like
Yeah,
they'll
yeah, it's
never.
like they're getting angry at something that's not there. Like you don't even like it's just like why let yourself get worked up? You don't even know what's going on. And like it's really
Yeah, you
bad
don't
too
even know
in
it's
my niche
there.
because like I'll make a simple statement and people will get so mad. I call it the Facebook audience. They see that title and like they're there. The same crowd that
Yeah.
like will see an AI post on Facebook. Like there was a big one going recently. It's like the legend of Ty Simpson. It's like very clearly AI Ty Simpson and he's like at a hospital bed, he like heals a woman. That same crowd is coming to my videos and they're letting me have it. It's so bad. I'm like, man, like I want to respond to it because it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, do I even get engaged with this? It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
People get tricked up.
I made a rule, and the people that would be even offended by this rule aren't going to hear this because they're the ones that are leaving the comments. I have a rule, and I tell Chandler this is the rule when we're doing it. If you're going to respond, they get one response. Make it good because they don't get another one. And you'll see if
Mhm.
somebody says something, they're angry about something, you respond once. They'll respond to yours multiple times because they're so angry
Yeah.
that you responded. But hey,
Yeah.
it just continues to push the algorithm at the end of the day, which is unfortunate that I have to do
Yeah.
something like that. But I'm like, if you respond more than once, then it becomes like an actual argument, conversation, whatever. And unless it
Mm,
deserves that, we try not to push that.
mm,
Like, I'm not trying. If you have an opinion, that's great. I'm glad you watched. That means that you watched. It means that you took something out of it, even if it's that you hated
mm,
the opinion, which happens a lot on the internet, but you
mm.
took something out of it and you decided to take the time to comment. That's fantastic. I appreciate you. But I'm not going to give you like, oh, it gave you enough something to comment or something like that. I'll respond back. Like,
Right.
the one that really, really got people going, and it's actually an opinion I do have, is about tipping culture in America. I can't stand
Yeah.
tipping culture in America. I do it still.
Mm,
I understand like why you should do it, but that doesn't mean I think it's a good thing. Like I get that
yeah.
some people at a bar can make $10,000 in a night, but you're talking about
Mm,
1%, right? Like most of the people, the guy at Shakey's
yeah.
isn't making $10,000 in a shift, like, but he
Yeah.
should be paid full price. So we put out a clip for that, and people hated it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a nasty little angle they've got going there because like it's pushing it back on the consumer, which is smart from a business standpoint. But it's just like, man, I don't, I want to tip that person because they did a great job. They made me laugh. They were on it. But like you're like forcing me to do it now, and it's just this weird corner. It's like no, consumer, are you going to do what we should be doing? Or are you going to be a bad person today?
yeah,
It's just like it makes you feel
yeah,
bad.
and it's I get it at a restaurant because they don't pay him the full wages, and I think bartenders have that same thing.
Mm,
But like, then you go to like Dick's Sporting Goods and you buy a golf club, and they're like, "There's a tipping thing." It's
yeah.
like, what am I tipping you for? Like,
They spin the
what are you
iPad
talking
around. I'm
about?
just
You
gonna
didn't even
ask you
help
a
me with anything.
question.
Yeah,
The
it's gonna ask you
iPads,
if you want to leave a
it's
tip,
awful.
20%, 50%, 100%. Like,
Yeah, and
no.
they
How about
turn and look
0%?
away. It's like, thank you, sir. It's like obviously, man, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Oh,
It's
I
like
really
turn around.
appreciate that. It's like, yeah, whatever,
Yeah,
dude.
have a good day.
Have a good day,
Someone's
man.
gonna stop
I'm
that, man.
glad that I'm glad
Someone's
that
gonna
that's
stop
yours
that.
now. So I'm not going to sit here and say I know the entire history of tipping, but I do know that there's a couple steps to it. Tipping was a thing after
Mhm.
slavery ended to keep it so black people didn't get full wages. Still, that's how tipping started. Tipping
Right.
became bigger in America during why can't prohibition, when you would sell it in the speakeasy and people weren't getting paid for that, so you would tip your bartender so they got paid for giving you that service. But either of
Right.
those ways you want to go, I don't think that means it should stay today. Like
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where it
It's
still
like
gets to me.
completely
It's like
different
I understand the
circumstances.
history
It's
of
like,
it. Yeah, I
yeah, it's
understand
a
the
whole
history of it,
different
but like
thing.
today, pay people full price. We got people that are worth $1 trillion in the world. Like pay people
Yeah.
full price. I could just go off again. I got to
Like,
simmer. I got to simmer. We got to get back to your channel because I could go off on this because it just gets me boiling. It's the one opinion that gets me boiling. It really is.
oh no, I
Out of
get it,
all
man. I
things,
get absolutely.
there's two that get to me. That's one, and then I went to a grocery store the other day, and there was a homeless lady with a sign that says like, "I'm desperate, anything helps." Like, I lost everything, but while she's holding the sign, she's like scrolling TikTok on her phone, and I'm like,
Oh man.
"What?
Oh man.
You didn't lose
You
everything
gotta pick
because
one,
not only do
lady.
you have a phone,
You gotta sell it the whole
not only do
way.
you have a
Like you
phone, but you
can't
have
be like doom
TikTok."
scrolling.
You got
You can't like doom
TikTok needs
scrolling like,
internet.
hey,
That means
help
you have
out
a
when you can.
plan.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
help out when you
That's
can. Like,
crazy.
uh, that one gets me. Like, I am someone that gives when I see, especially here in Houston, if I see somebody
Mm.
that's on the side, like if I have water, I absolutely give it to them. Like, even if it's the only water I have, they need it more than I do. I can grab another one, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But like that kind of thing, it's like your attention span. Like, that's how bad our attention span is. If someone's begging for
Yeah.
money while doom scrolling TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy to me. It's just crazy to
They
me.
like try
But
to like hide
those
the
two
phone. It's like, oh,
things.
that's a car coming. Hide it real quick. You pick the sign
Yeah,
back up with the phone in your
right.
pocket. It's like
Like,
anything
this
else,
lady was
it's crazy.
she, she was literally holding it behind the sign and scrolling. Like, you could see her scrolling. Like, you see her thumb going up. She's looking down. Like, I get you need entertainment, but there's time and place. Time and place. But anyway,
Yeah.
getting
You gotta
off of
commit
all
to
that.
it. You can't
Go back. Commit. Damn it. Just commit to what you do. No, I mean, I could go off on all. I'm an opinionated person, and again, people hate them, so it's great for my
likewise.
content. But
Man, what are some of my gripes? You got me thinking
yeah, what are some of
now.
your gripes?
There's some
I
stuff
need to
that
get
just
back
like,
to you
oh,
anyway. So,
man.
what are some of your gripes?
Oh man. There's a lot that I'll just like see and let me think. What do I dislike?
What do you
Oh,
dislike, or what do you
well,
what? It's not really what
it's
you dislike. What gets to you? What, like, do you, when you see it, you kind of like it just ruins your mood. It doesn't mean you hate it, or you just like, it ruins your mood.
in general, like I'm a very unbothered person. It's very difficult to make me not like generally happy. Like I'm usually very chatty and very, very just like vocal and smiling. And so like whenever I get upset, I just stop talking. And so like people pick up on me like, what's wrong? It's like nothing. I just stopped talking. That's usually how that goes. The things that do get me
Yeah.
are these people, if people, they'll get in my comment section and they'll be like, AI slop. Here again. It's like, man, like what have we been doing? Do you really think do you really think that like this whole product is AI? If this were all AI, I would have every transition be seamless. I would have every image be flawless. My voice would never crack. Like, well, what part of this? Because like you can see the AI. There's an abundance of AI, especially history slop
Yeah.
on the internet. It's not hard to find at all. But like you see mine and like you see my face. I'm here. Like I promise I'm a real person.
I've seen a video like yours. I started to watch it and I stopped it because it was in the same, wasn't as well produced as yours, but it was the same type of thing. It goes to the guy on screen and then it goes to images and stuff. But the guy was AI. The guy
Oh
in the
man.
video that was talking was AI. Not only that,
Oh
they had
man.
product placement in there. So like the AI,
Oh
the
man.
guy with like a Chick-fil-A cup and something in the background, and I'm just like,
No.
at first you don't, so I listen to a lot of the stuff I do. That's why I enjoy yours. You can visually see it, but I can also listen to it. Like I told you, I do it on runs and stuff like that. That's where my favorite place to go. I have premium so I can close my phone specifically for this reason. That, and I can't stand
Genius.
ads. But yeah, genius. I pay for a thing that should already be on YouTube. But I started listening to it, and you can, when it's AI, you can kind of hear it a little bit. So I started looking
Mm,
at it, and I see like, you could see he's AI, but at first
mm,
it can trick you. It could definitely trick you. It's just crazy that like there's this guy on TikTok. I wish I could remember his name. I can't off the top of my head. He's a lead singer of a band. The band page is the one that does it. And what he does is he goes to these TikTok pages and these Spotify pages, and he finds out if it's AI or if it's real. And it's
Oh,
so interesting how many AI bands are out there, man. It's crazy.
yeah. AI
AI
Spotify is running
music.
things. I saw like AI TK's taking off. I've seen there's some
Yeah.
like old singers like Hank Williams has like an AI version or something like that. It's a lot of weird stuff and like it's scary. It's getting better, like even better.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
saw
hard
like
to tell the
ChatGPT like
difference.
hacked another AI company the other day. It's like, well, how's they let it off the leash and it went and hacked something like immediately. It's like
It's
terrifying, you know?
it's it's terrifying. It is. I'm not
That's
going to
another
say
thing
I
that
don't
gets me
use
too is
AI
the
for stuff, but
ads. Oh yeah, it's a
yeah,
useful
it's
tool for
yeah.
sure. Like it'll help you with a lot
It's
of
a useful
stuff.
tool if you use it correctly. If you use it correctly.
Yeah. Like I'll
Yeah.
have an idea and
And
I'll tell like this is part of like the process of actually making the video. I have the idea. I have like my notes app and it's like 300 ideas just sitting in there. And I'll narrow it down, do some research, I'll read some articles, read whatever I can find, primary sources, and I'll kind of narrow things down to find the coolest angles that I can present to my audience. Not exactly what I care for, but what I know like someone often probably didn't hear about in school. For example, like with the British or the British Justified, that whole video about the British side of the
mhm.
American Revolution, like your teacher probably didn't touch on that too much. It's not part of the curriculum. So I asked like Gemini, and I was like, okay, give me a timeline leading up to the British actually imposing these taxes on the American colonists. And I'll say, okay, this sounds cool. What are the three best angles that I can have to make this video? I'll say, okay, and I'll just take what I can and I think is the coolest that my audience will like so I can present something good. You know, it streamlines things like that in that way. It won't really it won't do the work for you. Which is like people try. They really do try. They try to be faceless, nameless AI channels and stuff like that. But it's just not it's not a human and it's abundantly clear whenever people try.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you could tell it's not
what was I
a
talking
person
about? Oh, I was
I
talking about ads. I
ads,
started
yes.
talking about
Yes,
ads.
ads.
Yeah, ads really annoy me too. I mean, like to a it's almost like a very deep, unshakable core disdain. Because it's one thing, right? Growing up, you know, you watching like Tom and Jerry or something. And it's like a commercial break. It's like, ah, whatever, you know. Maybe I can go pee and get a snack or something, whatever, right? Or you're watching college football or football period. It's like, okay, you know, there's an ad. This is annoying, but whatever is, you know, it's part of the process. But man, it is everywhere now. It's so bad. I hit like a new spike when I was like 22 or 23. It's pumping gas and an ad popped up while I was pumping the gas,
The
and like
gas
it started
channel.
yelling at
The
me.
gas channel turns
It it,
on.
it
Yeah, the gas channel.
it's awful. Like that. I was like, all right, this is too much. This is too much. And then it's like gambling ads will be like, well, I can't remember what I was watching, but it was like some sporting event. No, actually, we were watching McGregor end his career in 7 seconds, and like every ad was like gambling. It's like, man, like this is bad. The ads are getting to me. I don't like the ads. Um,
So that I did YouTube Premium for that reason because the ads just get to me. But also it is really I want to close my phone when I run and stuff like that because if I don't, then it hits my
yeah,
pocket, goes to the next one, kind of messes up my whole. I'll make a
yeah,
queue of all the videos. So like for example, today when I went for my run, I had two of your videos queued because I was already listening to one and then it went to the other one. But I do that with like if I go on a long run especially, like I need a good probably hours worth of things queued up because videos don't go over 10 minutes and stuff like that. But the
right,
ads are another one because the ads that they're selling to me, I have no interest in either. Like, it's one
mm,
thing if they were like selling me things that I actually had an interest in, but I don't
yeah,
have an interest in sports betting. I don't have an interest in
mm.
Manscaped. I don't have an interest. Like, I don't have an interest in any of this stuff. Like, I don't need. Going all the way back. It's funny because you said like now that you've seen some growth, you get these ads. We get the ads all the
Yeah.
time too. Luckily, our email address now filters them out. I don't know if I've had help with that or if like it's just starting to notice. Man, Timu, I'm not interested. Like
Oh
Timu
man.
all the time will be like, be a partner, be an affiliate. You can make up to this much money.
Yeah.
Timu, I'm not interested, dude. Stop asking.
Yeah.
But like some of them that I get are crazy.
Like I'll be scrolling on my homepage, like in the browse, and it'll be Timu, like full AI, Timu like dresses and like shoes. And it's like Like, I'm not a woman. I'm not going on Temu, period. And I'm not gonna buy a dress when I get there. I don't know like who they think they're selling to. It's not good. Maybe they think like I'm a girl because my first name's Dalen, which can, can go either way. And they think like, okay, yeah, she wants this, maybe she'll click
Yeah.
on this. It's genius. We'll just send it to them. Like,
Well,
oh, I want to escape
Temu's
from
crazy
it.
because I've never been on Temu in my life. I've never
Me
once been
either.
on Temu.
Not a
And
single
yet I still
time.
get the ads
Not a
from all the time.
single time.
I agree. I get ads all the time, but I'm talking about they keep reaching out to us to be a partner. Like they want to be sponsor the podcast. I
Oh,
have no interest in you being a sponsor on this
oh,
podcast. Zero interest. Go away. If you're
to
actually
go to the next
listening and not just
level.
looking for things, go away. See, that's the reason we have problems with sponsors, because I will call you out on the podcast and say, no, stop asking. I said no. I'm done. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we've gotten ourselves into trouble with Spotify like before too, and all that stuff. So it is what it is. Because Spotify rigs numbers, and I can't stand that. They
Mm.
rig numbers pretty heavily. But besides my conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff, let's get back into what we were talking about.
It's like the
I think
fourth
we're way
tangent,
past.
Chris. We're just all over the
Oh
place.
man, that's what I like about this show. This is what it is. It's kind of like this,
It's
but
fun, man.
I want to make sure we get in a little more about you, because we're getting back on the back end of the time here, so I don't want you to leave anything out. So we talked about, a little bit about your background, a little bit about your YouTube channel. What is there that you do outside of it though? Like I know you sent me that you like to go to the gym and work out. Like, are you a basketball
Yeah.
guy? Do you watch anime? Like, what do you like to do outside of YouTube, teaching, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So in my free time, it's more often than not, if it's the fall, college football will take most of my viewing free time, just how it goes. And I'll watch, various podcasts. I'll watch usually Josh Pate, look like Josh Pate. Um, I watch CF Budge. I'm not sure if you see him. He's a younger guy. He's getting a lot of attention recently. Actually, he's doing really great. Even just like just coverage, just like people talking about college football hold my attention. I go to the gym. I love to train. I started my cut in March. I started around 230. I'm now down to 210. And I
Nice.
heard you said you were talking about you ran. You said you went from what was like 450 to 250 in 6 months. Is that what it was?
So I'm currently 240, but the lowest I've been is 217. But yeah, I was about 450,
Wow,
460 starting in 2020. So
that's
I had a big
wild, man.
weight
Good
loss
on you.
myself. Yeah. So I started losing the weight in 2019. Got
Mm.
hurt early in 2020, like right before COVID. It was like 2 days before COVID even happened.
It's almost
I
like deadly
tore
time for an injury.
my Yeah, I know. It literally deadly time for an injury, but I tore my ribs, or really severely hurt my ribs. So I had to wait.
Oh
So
man.
my official like start to losing weight was like June 10th or June 11th, something around there. Um
Mhm.
and the reason I started is because I was going to Gonzaga. I was supposed to be a GA. That got canceled with COVID as well, but I was supposed to be a GA for the baseball team. And like
Mm.
no one was going to take a 450-pound, 26-year-old kid that didn't play D1 baseball seriously. Like why would I
Yeah.
the advice from you? Like you're not even a healthy person. So I started to lose the
Yeah.
weight, and it was just like doing baseball drills, doing short workouts, things like that. And I started to get on scale, and I saw the weight going down pretty quickly. So then COVID happens. I was coaching virtually, which doesn't make sense, but I had more free time to do things. So I started to really, ramp it up. I was working out like 5, 6 times a day, eating
It's crazy.
probably unhealthily in a different way than you might think. Like, I was eating unhealthy.
Mhm.
That's how I got to 450. Then to lose the weight, I was eating unhealthy because I was eating very healthy,
Mhm.
but probably not as much as I should have had in a day. But when people say,
Right.
was it good for you? I say, probably not. But when you're almost 500 pounds, you kind of have to go to extremes to
Yeah.
lose the weight. Like, it's not, you can't be like, oh, yeah, I'll still eat my 2,200 calories a day and do this. It's like, no, I'm going to burn 5,000 calories and I'm going to eat 1,500 calories because
Yeah.
I need to lose this weight. So I lost the first 100 pounds in about a month or two, or 2 months, I should say, maybe
Yeah.
3 months. So it was a very quick amount of time. But when you're that big, a lot of it's water weight, right? Like a lot of it's just like
Yeah.
stored up in places. So I hit a lot of plateaus and things like that. That was always difficult, but I was able to push through, and I lost 200 pounds in about 6 months. And I've kind of kept it off since. I'm currently, I consider myself on the heavier side right now, but I am also trying to get back into it and trying to lose weight again. We set up a home gym. I have a, bench in the garage, and I run every day.
Nice.
It's tough to run here in Houston because it's like 116 degrees of 100%
Yeah.
humidity. So it's tough to run. It's tough to breathe. So I gotta pick and choose my times, but I go and after this podcast, full transparency, I'm gonna go bench after this podcast. So like I have some time between my next one, so I'm gonna go bench a little bit. But yeah, I had a big weight loss journey, and I'm happy I did it because I was. Who knows where I'd be if I was still that big? Might not even be here
Yeah, man.
anymore. Almost 500
It's
pounds is
excellent
crazy.
progress, man. That's crazy willpower
Yeah,
too. Like changing your whole lifestyle and such a dramatic shift to that quickly. That's impressive. It is. But do you watch
yeah.
any fitness influencers?
I don't. So when I first was losing the weight, it's funny. Like people would say like you should like post about it, you should like put
Mhm.
it out there, because I was doing podcasts at the time. I have another podcast that I'm recording, again, transparency, recording later today, Sketching Up, where we talk about comic books and Nintendo and things like that. We'll talk about San
So,
Diego Comic-Con, I'm sure. But I was doing that. I just started that. And what was I gonna, oh, they were saying you should like make your fitness journey a part of your social media, like to kind of gain people for that. But and
mm,
I'm happy that people do that and like that motivates them, but that wasn't my motivation, and I
yeah.
didn't want to do that. Like I wasn't doing it to get social media clout. I wasn't doing it to boost ratings on something. I was doing it because I was unhealthy and giant.
Yeah.
Like I needed to lose weight. So that part didn't motivate me. I do love hearing like from friends and people that I don't even know that would follow me based on Mad Props or Sketching Up, that would be like, yeah, I follow you on social media, and like I would see like you'd go for a run, or I'd see like some before and after photos that you post every now and again, and it got me motivated to do XYZ, and like that makes me feel good. But I didn't need to.
Mhm.
You start doing that, that becomes your whole personality, right? Like now I have to be an
Yeah.
influencer because my whole personality for the last X amount of years was about how I lost all this weight. Like how do I keep it going? You either got to switch it, or you just have to like continue to do fitness. Like you got to pick a
Yeah.
lane. So.
It's true.
No,
And
but
pick
to
the
answer your
niche.
question, no, I don't. I don't really follow any influencers or anything like that do fitness. I kind of motivated myself and continued on from there.
Growing up, I feel like there's been so many weight loss scam corner angles. Like I remember seeing like Weight Watchers and like Jenny Craig, and like the truth was
Hmm.
always there of calories in, calories
Atkins,
out. Yeah, there's so many just like little tricks. They're capitalizing because people wanted the quick and easy. It's just not how this kind of thing goes. It wasn't until
no,
like maybe 2021 ish I started watching Greg Doucette. Um, little short like 5'7" guy. He sounds like the parrot from Aladdin. He's very funny. And he spits a lot of nonsense, but he spits a lot of truth as well. And he said like calories in, calories out. And I was like, oh, maybe there's some truth to that. That kind of makes sense. If I burn more than I consume, maybe something will change. And I followed his advice, and surely something changed. Um,
yeah,
and so now he has a lot
yeah,
of good advice. So I really locked in like March, and I started seeing like really fast progress. I was very pleased with it. So I make the gym regular. Actually hitting chest tomorrow, chest and triceps. I'm very excited about it. I really can't wait. But yeah, besides that,
it
I'll watch anime. I'll
it clears your
watch.
mind. It
It
clears your mind.
does.
You know what I mean? It clears your
And
mind.
when you get back afterwards, you feel like a superhuman. Like you
Amazing.
feel incredible. It's really crazy. Like it's hard to describe for someone that hasn't like worked out. But
I
like I know and that feels amazing afterwards.
I tell people it sucks to wake up at 5 a.m., but your day will never feel better than waking up at 5 a.m., doing a
Yeah.
workout, and then continuing your day. Your whole day
Yeah.
just feels better. It really does.
Yeah, like your brain is connected to your body, and it's like, yeah, we like this. We're enjoying this. It's all connected, and it's kind of like the make your bed logic. I can't remember what the Marine's name. I think it was a Marine or a SEAL. It's like get up in the morning, make your bed. That's like one accomplishment for the day. You've won already, and you stack up those
Yeah.
wins, and man, like your whole day can be so much more different. And it really is true. Like I know if I get up and I play games on my phone to start my day, the rest of my day is going to be so difficult to accomplish anything. It's just how it goes. That's just how it goes.
Yep.
If I get up and go to the gym, I'm going to win. The whole day's a win already because I know what's going to happen next, right? But if I get up and I just sit there and just watch some YouTube and do nothing, or if I, eat a snack or something and play on my phone. It's hard to accomplish anything that day. But
Yeah.
besides that, I like to watch any peak fiction I can find. I really like Breaking Bad. Watched Ozark. I watched a lot of anime. Actually had some manga back there. Like a Dragon Ball Z manga and whatnot. I have the Majin Vegeta shirt on right now. I very much love it with like Vegeta on the back. It's like go. I love Dragon Ball Z. Um, recently watched Berserk, life-changing content. Truly. I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, even more life-changing content. I'm gonna start One Piece here very soon. Um, I like to play non-committal games such as College Football 27 or Hearthstone. Um, my YouTube most of my watching is done on YouTube. There's so much good content on YouTube.
So much
Um,
stuff. You don't ever need a streaming service. You really
You
don't.
really don't. You really don't. And like I'll just find like I'll watch some just random niche documents, some analog horror, or I'll watch like a movie trailer, or I'll watch Bordeaux for a little bit. I'll really just watch anything. It's hard for my algorithm is having a hard time figuring out like what I want. So I'll usually just find something.
Yeah.
There's a new movie coming out
Yeah, I told
in
you
like
already.
late
Mine thinks I
August.
love Dexter because I
Yeah,
read a book, and it's like, yeah, you love
yeah.
that now.
It sticks it to you. I played cornhole a few weeks ago, and we had a really competitive tournament, which me and my wife won. We won the tournament, let it be known. Um, and then I was like, okay, once like you get into it, you want to see it done at the highest level. I want to see some more of this. What are the. So we watched a cornhole tournament, and I'm still getting cornhole shorts to this day. It's been like 3 weeks now. Um, and I'm an idiot. I'll just click on it, like, yeah. And I'm like, wait, no, I shouldn't see that. I keep scrolling, but it's a reset. What else do I do? Um, I don't know.
Sounds like you got a good amount that you like. You got a lot of hobbies.
Yeah,
You named a
it's a
bunch of
lot
them
to
there.
it's hard to like pick because I don't want to give myself too much like fun time. Like I'll try to dedicate myself. Like I'll get in certain modes. Like the World Cup was on, so like my free time will be given to watching the World Cup because every 4 years, I'm gonna give my time to that. Um, College football just came out. I'll play that for a little while. That can be my fun thing for a while because if I have too much fun, I'll waste time. And I'll feel that guilt. I'm like, oh man, I lost 4 hours where I could have edited for at least 2 of those hours. I could have wrote a new script in that amount of time or something. Um, I like talking. I enjoy talking. Um, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty standard. I like watching good things and playing fun games and going to the gym. I make
There you
YouTube
go.
content.
And make great YouTube content. That's what I was going to say. Not YouTube content. That's what I was going to say as well. You can catch him, History Helms, on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here on
And
Matt
thank you for
Props.
having me. This is awesome. We got to do this again soon. It's a really, really fun time.
Thank you to History Helms for joining us. Thank you all for listening. Remember, you can find us at Mad Props Pod on social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We also do our social media on YouTube. So if you want to just all in one, go ahead and just subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to History Helms on YouTube. You can find their link in the bio or description, whatever you're listening on right now, and go follow them. They have awesome videos. I'm telling you right now, I listen to him every single time I run. His stuff is so interesting and so knowledgeable. I listen to it all the time. Again, we have the Spokane Fire Foundation in the bio. If you have anything to give them just a little bit to help them fight against these wildfires going on in Spokane. It's something that means a lot to me just because it is my second home, but also there's a lot of people that are going through things much worse than anybody else is going through right now. So help how you can. I'm sure they're going to really appreciate it. And I really appreciate it because you listened and you did it because you understand the value from this podcast doesn't exist without Spokane. So just for me alone, me talking to you does not exist without it. So go ahead and donate, send your thoughts and prayers. At the minimum, send your thoughts and prayers to everybody affected in Spokane because their lives are going to change tomorrow and they don't know what's going to happen next. So thank you everybody for listening. We really appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment if you will. We'll see you next week. See you later. Bye-bye. This has been Mad Props. Boom.